Since we are learning Spring framework, we are learning dependency injection IOC. In this, the container manages all the beans. By bean we means object. Okay, so container manages all the objects. So container should know which all object should I create. Okay, so we should have a way to tell the container to identify which objects should be created. Okay, that is why we do bean configuration. So there are two ways of doing bean configuration. First is annotations. We already saw this in the previous example. We were using @component and annotation, @auto-wired configuration, @auto-wired annotation, @configuration annotation, and similarly other annotations. All these annotations are a way of doing bean configuration. Okay, the other way is XML based. Okay, so this is the traditional way. In old times this was the only way. This annotation came later. Okay, so this is the traditional way of defining beans and creating beans in the Spring framework. So we will learn about this today. So let's see with the help of a code example. This is my screen. You can see I have commented all the annotations because I will not be using annotation config now. In the car class also I have commented this component and annotation. I have commented this auto-wired annotation. Similarly in the engine class also I have commented this component annotation. Okay, and in the main class earlier I was using annotation config application context. Okay, because this application context is used when we are configuring our beans or objects using annotations, but now we want to do it with XML based, which is a traditional way. So I have changed this annotation config application context with class path application context, and in this application context I am passing this beans.xml. so you see, if I hold the command button or the control button and I hover over this XML, so the IntelliJ editor is able to identify this bean, and if I simply click on this bean, this XML, the editor is directly able to take me to this file. This file is placed here in the resources folder, in the src main resources folder. So if you see in this file, we have imported some schema definition which is there in the beans namespace. Okay, this namespace is provided by the Spring framework. Basically it is a definition how to configure beans, what properties are allowed, what tags are allowed. All these definitions are placed here. You don't need to bother much about this. Okay, what you need to bother is I have created two beans here. This is the bean for engine, so I have given it a ID engine and I have given it the class name engine. If I again hover over it and press command or control, you see it is able to identify. If I click this, it is taking me to the engine class. Okay, similarly second bean I have created is I have given it the ID car and I have given the full package name plus car name. Again if I control click on this, it is taking me to the car class. Okay, now the constructor of car, here it is setter. So the setter of car requires a property. What is the name of this property? The name of this property is engine. So this engine property, you see, if I control click on this, it is also taking me how it will inject. It is taking me to setter. So this property which is there in this setter argument engine is required and refers to the other bean which is being passed. So if I control click on ref, it is taking me to this position. If I click again, you see it is taking me here. So this bean which is created here will be passed using this ref. We can also say engine bean for clarity, and we can pass this engine bean here. Okay, so basically this and this should match. So we are passing this bean in the setter of this context, and if we debug this code again, you know, it is calling the setter, it is passing the engine property, then the context has been initialized fully. Okay, now if you get the car, you can see that car has the engine already. Okay, and drive calls engine.start, so engine.start will execute. Okay, so we also learned in the previous video that there are different types of injection in Spring. So here we were using setter injection because we were passing using the property tag. We can also do like name. Instead of setter injection, we can use constructor injection as well. So if you want to use constructor injection, what we need to do, this setter will be ignored. We need to create a constructor. These shortcuts are used in IntelliJ to quickly type code. Okay, you have given this name engine, so this name engine is matching with this, and again it will work the same, absolutely same, but instead of setter injection, maybe let's build the code once. Yeah, so because when we build the code, all the dot class file for these Java files gets replaced in the target. Okay, so the standard command that you can always use, refer to, is mvn clean install. Okay, whenever you do mvn clean install, it will simply build your code. So now it is running. You can see that instead of setter injection, if you use constructor injection also, again car is having engine and everything is running same as before. So this is an alternate XML based bean configuration. The latest and the updaters is annotation based. Okay, you should always prefer that. That is the way to go forward. But yeah, you can encounter a old project where they were not using annotation based bean configurations, they were using XML based. So that is why it is necessary to teach you that also. Okay, this is about bean configurations, how do you create bean and how do you manage bean, and stay tuned for other videos.